Every sport has its moments of madness. Zidane's headbutt, Tyson's bite, and in basketball, the Malice at the Palace, one of the worst days in NBA history. It started as a normal regular season game. Then suddenly, total chaos. A full-on brawl, live on national TV, in front of millions. And in just one night, the NBA's image was shattered. Branded violent, dangerous, a gangster league. The NBA's response, a controversial dress code. But here's the twist. They were just trying to fix their image, but accidentally sparked a cultural revolution that would grow into a billion-dollar business. One outfit at a time. Welcome to Athletic Interest. This video is sponsored by Shopify. In the Middle Ages, people would wear these kicks just to flex wealth. During the Renaissance, wearing purple could land you in jail. And in 2023, this outfit almost broke the US Senate. Why? Because clothing has always been tied to power, status, and identity. And when this senator showed up to Congress in a casual outfit while recovering from health issues, he challenged the old idea that success, status, and power must look a certain way. It sparked a debate, and later the Senate returned to a stricter dress code. Now, why does this matter to us? Because in many ways, NBA players faced a similar situation years earlier. And it all started with a punch. When Ron Artest and Ben Wallace got into a fight, no one knew they were about to change the NBA forever. Malice at the Palace is one of the most infamous moments in sports history. The game was called. Police were called. 5 fans were charged, and the NBA dropped 146 games worth of player suspensions. It led to stricter alcohol limits, more security in the arenas, and killed the Pacers' title hopes. But the real damage was the NBA's public image. And in sports, image matters. Sometimes more than performance. Just ask Serena Williams. She was banned from wearing a catsuit even though it was for health reasons. It didn't fit the tennis aesthetic. Or Colin Kaepernick, who was told to cover his tattoos because they didn't fit the quarterback image. Now NBA players were under the same microscope. The situation was bad. Corporate sponsors? Nervous. Mainstream America? Furious. The media? Brutal. Suddenly headlines weren't about basketball, they were about violence. They called the league thuggish. Commissioner David Stern knew what was at stake, so he introduced a dress code. No chains, no baggy jeans, no headwear. Players had to wear suits and business attire. Draft day, every day. To the NBA, it was about professionalism, but to many players, it felt personal, like a direct attack on culture and self-expression. At the center of the storm, Allen Iverson, the face of the league at that time. Braids, tattoos, baggy clothes, he represented hip-hop culture. But to Stern and the media, that was a problem now. His image challenged the NBA's new desired public persona. But here's what they forgot. Individuality, style, and fashion have always been a part of sports. The NBA had Magic Johnson in a fur jacket back in '88, and Dennis Rodman was a walking headline during the '90s by dyeing his hair and wearing makeup and dresses. In football, Beckham became the fashion icon. Youngberg modeled underwear, and Guardiola walked the runway. In tennis, Williams, Federer, and Agassi blurred the lines between athlete and fashion icon. But instead of embracing individuality, style, and fashion, the NBA tried to erase it. For nearly a decade, the dress code stuck. Then, in 2014, the new commissioner Adam Silver took over and relaxed the rules. Suddenly things changed. On the court, they still wore uniforms. But off the court, the players started to wear their identity again. After leaving the team bus and before entering the locker room, NBA players walk through the tunnel. And over time, that walk turned into a fashion show. Prada, Rick Owens, Louis Vuitton. Walk, pose, shoot, repeat. Players push the boundaries and even begin to challenge one another. But this time, the NBA keeps the camera on it and watches as the internet explodes and the league's stars become fashion icons. Right now, NBA fashion is a cultural movement and a force on social media. On TikTok, the hashtag NBA Tunnel has over 500 million views. On Instagram, @LeagueFits has over 1 million followers. Plus, Instagram stated that tunnel looks had 25% higher engagement than other sports content. It perfectly fits the zeitgeist. Why? because NBA tunnel walks mirror the scroll-through, fast-paced culture of today's social media and Gen Z trends. They discover NBA players on fashion pages before they see them dunk. But there is more to it. Tunnel fashion also impacts traditional media. GQ analyzes NBA players' outfits. In 2022, they named MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander Most Stylish Man of the Year. The Athletic regularly ranks players' style choices, and the Wall Street Journal called Kyle Kuzma's style head-turning. Pulitzer winner Mitchell S. Jackson even wrote a book about it. His thesis: the NBA's off-court fashion is as influential as what happens on the court. And he might be right. Tunnel fashion is a media phenomenon, but it's also a marketing goldmine. Every outfit, a potential ad. Every photo, a campaign. And when you get that level of attention, there's opportunity everywhere. Not just for luxury brands. Some of these tunnel outfits aren't even high-end items. Just take Steph Curry. He is known for shining a spotlight on up-and-coming independent brands and smaller labels. People who didn't have $1 billion marketing budget. Just a bold idea and a clean design. One viral tunnel walk later, and they are shipping worldwide. And this is where the sponsor of today's video, Shopify, comes into play. Whether you're building your brand from your bedroom or scaling up to drop your next collection, Shopify makes it easy to build, run, and grow your business. Tracking inventory, processing payments, and analytics. It's all in one place and built for creators, not coders. Actually, Shopify is all over the NBA right now. Westbrook, Ball, Kuzma, these guys are known as much for their off-court style as their on-court skills, and they all use Shopify to run their fashion brands. And teams like the Lakers, Pistons, Knicks, and Heat trust Shopify as well. We even use it ourselves to sell our legendary socks. So if you catch LeBron in one of these, you know the deal. We hope this got you inspired, and if it did, make sure to check shopify.com/athletic-interest or the link in the description and build your business today. Thanks a lot for supporting us, and now back to the video. It's nothing new. Athletes are great influencers. 40% of Gen Z shoppers say they bought something after seeing it on an athlete. Multiply that by at least 82 games, 82 tunnel walks a year. So brands are cashing in. Kyle Kuzma wears a Rick Owens puffer jacket, sold out within a few days. Cameron Payne in Bottega Veneta, restocked 4 times. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander rocking Fear of God sneakers, searches spiked by 20%. NBA players turned the boring tunnel into one of the most profitable marketing spaces in the world. But what about other sports? In Formula 1, Lewis Hamilton is a one-man fashion week. But the rest of the grid, let's just say Bottas' mullet is missed. And in football, Leroy Sané and Serge Gnabry at Fashion Week, Jude Bellingham in Louis Vuitton, and Hector Bellerin even cites the NBA as inspiration. So tunnel fits must be booming in football, right? Yeah, kind of, but here's the catch. Most football clubs have strict dress codes on game day. No personal fits, no tunnel flex, just matching tracksuits. Take FC Barcelona. Hansi Flick is the fashion police. He banned personal outfits. That is why pre-game tunnel fits have not yet taken off in European football. But Europe has its own version, just not on match day. They established the training ground walk. In France, it's called the Clairefontaine walk, named after the national team's training camp. So the style is there, but the canvas is limited. The NBA tried to control its image by banning self-expression. But it turns out, the more you let athletes be themselves, unfiltered, unapologetic, the more the world watches. Because sport isn't just competition. It's culture, it's style, it's storytelling. And today's top athletes, they are trendsetters. The NBA embraced that, recovered from its worst day in history, and became the most fashionable league in the world. You used to get fined for wearing the wrong shoes. Now you get a Vogue feature for wearing no pants at all.